I love this song. Well, I haven't heard this song before, but
I have.
welcome back to the Stockwell Eldridge Show. I'm Jason Stockwell, Remax Results.
And I'm Dawn Eldridge with Remax Results.
I got to turn in
All
my
right.
Prince big fan card then, because I hadn't heard this song either until just now.
Yeah,
so.
John behind the studio there said there's a song that was written by Prince, sung by
Doris Day.
Doris Day.
Doris Day.
Doris
Day.
Morris Day in the Time.
Cocoa?
Famous for Jungle Love.
And anyway, so speaking of that, Donald Trump is now president, and we won't get into too many details of that, but I want to just touch base with Noah about politics. You ran a business prior. You do a lot of real estate mortgage stuff now, but you probably started actively involved in politics, but you did some stuff in
Yeah,
politics
I mean, I used
prior.
to do a lot more professional work on campaigns and everything, and now we
like PR, so you'd like wipe the slate clean for any.
Well, yeah, I started
any
as a-
history
Oh,
of
yeah.
bad deeds.
Right. No,
right?
I started as a press secretary. In fact, speaking of wipe the slate clean, the first day I worked for Senator Rod Grams, who has passed away, but was a great guy. But the first day I got hired as press secretary was the day older listeners will know his son got arrested. And it was a big scandal on the cover of the newspaper. So that was my trial by fire. Like, hey, fix this now. So anyway, I used to work for a lot of politicians. Worked at the legislature and worked on a lot of campaigns. And so I still follow politics and still work on the periphery. My corporate clients that have vested interest in politics will use me for that kind of stuff.
Do
How
they?
do you get their attention?
Do you have any political aspirations?
I do not. I did run for office
Like city,
one time.
I mean, city council or mayor or anything?
I don't
Student
think so.
council.
Student council.
No, we'll see.
PTA board at the kids'
No,
school.
my wife runs our kids' school board. She's the president of the school board. For
Oh wow,
our
well that's
private
got to be
school,
tough,
so-
actually.
Yeah, so
she's
that's
the-
enough politics
yeah,
for
that's
one household, right?
exactly right. Yeah, no, that's good. Well, I like to be the behind the scenes guy, so I get to encourage her, and
Nice.
oftentimes that's met well, but occasionally I make too many suggestions.
That can
so.
be so important, though. You think about these people like Paula Deen when she went through all that. It's like, how do these people resurface? You guys remember, like Paula Deen, she's a famous, she's like a cook and all
yeah,
this
the
kind
chef.
of
Delicious
stuff.
cornbread. She makes delicious
Yeah, I
cornbread.
just love her. I love her personality and everything. But she made
Stay off the Twitter. No drunken tweeting is what that's the
Yeah.
first thing I advise my clients. So I don't know that she's
Drunk
or
tweeting and
whatever.
Facebooking.
Well,
and,
Donald
yeah.
Trump tweets a
Right.
lot.
No, I know.
And the other thing is, and Trump's probably guilty of this, but the emotion when your emotions are high, no matter what's going on in your life, if you're doing a breakup or if you're, something went wrong at work, or you're angry at someone, or someone messed with you on your on the ride home, and you have road rage, or you're drunk. That's not the time to be
On social media, right?
on social media putting your thoughts out there for everybody to see.
Snapchat.
Unless you don't care, right?
Yeah, no,
I mean,
that's the difference.
Unless
and
you're
that's-
Donald Trump,
right. You get away with it. No, I mean that's been the difference in the PR business is Twitter's such a powerful medium. But it used to be you had to send out a press release, and when I started in the business, you had to fax out a press release, so you had time to think about it, and people would review it, and it's not just like I'm really mad or I have this opinion that I'm going to share. And a press release, it's going to go to a specific one person. It's not broadcast. It's not put on the website to live forever. Your tweets are there forever. I mean, ask Tracy Claeys. He'd probably still be the Gopher coach. I mean, we don't want to get into all that.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
the one tweet.
Which wasn't offensive if you read it, but if you overread it or look at the context, maybe you think I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
it was just. I think it was just the fact that he made the comment. It was
Right. But I mean,
what
he didn't
wrote.
have a team of, people to look at the one tweet, because he can do it from his phone, and you can't take it back. You can't walk it back, because, in Twitter too, you're getting that instant reaction. And that's really what did him in, or has done some of these
and
other
that's
people
part
in.
of the. I mean, that's a whole other show, or tons of shows. But that's part of the problem, in my opinion, with going forward, is that changes so much of the dynamics of the way we all grew up. You know, like you
Well,
had
or
to write.
Snapchat, people think, because it's only
It's
out
so
there for 24
instantaneous,
hours.
and then the backlash against you, or the swarming on you, is so intense and so quick that you got to walk everything so tightly and so closely, and watch every word you're saying. And it's like, and that's why I think Trump is enlightening, because he's showing you can say what's on your mind, and you can offend people. You know what I mean?
But be prepared for the backlash.
But be prepared for the backlash. But you know what? People have thoughts that aren't always good all the time, and we can say things, and we stereotype sometimes and all that, and that's okay on some level. Of course, there's a line. Where's that line? It's different for everybody, right? I mean, but
Trump's PR people should get paid a lot, so that would be it.
I keep
That would be
Kellyanne
a
Conway, she should be like nominated for like the peace every
Yeah, no, I know.
award there is.
Well, just
right?
I mean, and
Pulitzer,
a lot of his
every-
stuff. I mean, it's not only just the stuff that he's putting out there without probably anybody on his team knowing, but it's like at 4 a.m. So you can never sleep because you don't know what you're gonna be woken up and your boss did this. What?
So you think he's learning really
And then
quickly, though?
so she probably wakes up every morning. Or everybody wakes up. It's like no, great. Now I'm gonna
Right.
because he probably isn't gonna let someone monitor. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. That's how he operates.
Right.
You
But
know,
don't
that's
you
what-
think
that's
he's
working
getting
along.
humbled now? I mean, the more and more he's getting into this,
I think he'll change
has
significantly
to.
now that he's in the Oval Office, and there's something about that that
That's what
changes
Obama said.
people.
It kind of, what did he say? It humbles you, or it kind of resets you, or it makes you, softens you, or something like that. Being in that position once you're in it and you're seeing everything going on.
Yeah, I
Hopefully
mean, I
we'll
think that'll be.
He has a new
the
Twitter
case.
handle now, right? It's just POTUS. I heard that.
Oh, does he?
So I think
Oh.
it's going to change probably.
See, I'm not even on Twitter. That's how out of the loop I am.
I'm not
That's
either.
okay. I'm not.
I have a
either.
tough enough time
Oh.
managing
Are
the
you?
business,
Yeah.
but then email and Facebook. Twitter I haven't even because once I get on it, I know I'm going to be on it. I'm
But
going
you know
to be watching
what's nice
it.
about Twitter is because
know.
it is a quick feed. It's not like Facebook where it's these, same thing. You see these like paragraphs. I'm like, okay, I just scroll through it. Twitter's kind of the same way. It's just a quick, what is it, 140 characters is the most you can get. So it is just there's always links to articles. But what I love about it is just a quick. It's a quick
It's
news
a
feed.
quick
It's a
way
quick
to
hit.
offend anybody
Right.
you want at any time, and then also start an argument.
They are adding, and that's what we're working with clients. They are adding, images and links, so you can do a little bit more with Twitter as well. And it's just another medium that it's one of those things where it's really time consuming, and but we can help.
Yeah,
folks.
But I
That's
think
another-
it's
that-
one of those things it's never miss an opportunity to tell somebody what you do. I mean,
Right.
I think that's why marketing
Well, and
is
you have
so important.
Yeah, and you have more and more people looking for. I mean, Twitter's audience is growing. So I mean, it's a
And
little bit more
Snapchat, I'm
challenging.
not on
than,
Snapchat, and I heard businesses are on. Realtors
Yeah.
I see now are on Snapchat. I'm like, I'm not on Snapchat.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
on Snapchat.
Oh, and
too.
Instagram too is huge.
Yeah, I mean, and that's part of the stuff where you
Because
going
it's all
forward
different
in
audiences,
business.
really. I think Snapchat's younger
Right.
group of
Going
people.
forward in business, unless you're big enough, like a Wells Fargo where you have employees on staff doing your management of social
Right.
media and stuff. If you're a small business, plumber, realtor, mortgage professional, or you name it across the board, trying to grow your business other than just the newspaper or word of mouth. I mean, you need guys
Right.
like
no,
Noah
it's
and-
I mean, it's changed. That's you hit exactly right. I mean, it used to be like, okay, fine, I could put an ad in the newspaper, and I mean, I was talking to a guy that used to spend like I want to say he spent $30,000 or $40,000 on Yellow Page ads.
I was gonna say
he
Yellow
built- he
Pages.
grew his
Yeah.
business tremendously doing that, right? But that was the medium.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, should I do that, radio or a newspaper ad, right? You had three
Yeah.
choices, and it was a budget. So this costs this, so you could just allocate, and that's what I'm gonna do. Well, Facebook is free, email is free. I mean,
Yeah.
relatively speaking. So you feel like you got to be on these channels, you got to update your website, so there's just it's overwhelming for a
Sure,
lot
it's
of people,
Pro
and that's
Tools.
where we can come in and help and make sure you're not missing your
Well,
friends
and-
and family that are listing their house or looking to buy a house. So.
Exactly. Well, I think in regards to even Twitter, that's why Wells Fargo, just compliant wise. I mean, make sure what you're tweeting or your website or with anything that it's compliant, because there's somebody out there who's going to try to find a loophole. Say, well, in your email you said, or in this flyer that I got you said, and
Right,
not. So
yeah.
I'm sure you cover that as
Yeah, no,
well
we
from
do
a
do a lot of
compliance
that.
standpoint.
Clients,
which
and
is
also
so
being
important.
the expert in the business. You're a great realtor, a great plumber, a great whatever, but you're maybe not the best marketer. So
Right.
with that, Noah's
Yes.
information, Noah Rowan, will be on our website and on our Facebook page, and then check us out on YouTube, Stockwell Eldridge Show. Thanks, Noah Rowan, so much for being here.
It's just RowanGroup.com is easy, and you can find me on social media at Noah Rowan and Facebook same way. And
ROUEN group.com.
Yep.
I like the back of your card, by the way.
Oh,
John
Says
thank you.
Vanquish
you-
AP.
Thanks
I'm
for
going to hold
having
this.
me,
I'm going to
as
hold up
usual.
this wonderful folder, which I love, Vanquish AP folder for property management. Contact John, and that'll always be on our Facebook page. And Stephanie Havel,
Wells Fargo 612-940-7335.
thanks for listening, folks. I'm Jason Stockwell.
And I'm Don Eldridge. Have a great
Stockwell Eldridge
weekend.
Show. Have a great week and great week. Enjoy the first few days of the Trump presidency, I hope. And remember, love yourself and love others,
No
especially
riots.
Trump, right?
Always something happening, and it's usually quite